The new year comes with the promise of positive change from New Learning Center to providing clean water and health care. Mountain Child is continuing the mission of carrying hope to the people of the Himalayas. Josh Duncan joins me now with more. Good to see you, Josh.
Good to see you as well.
First off, explain, there's a lot of people out there who've never heard of Mountain Child. What is it and who do you serve?
Yeah. Mountain Child is a humanitarian organization that's focused on raising awareness, resources, and financial aid for the impoverished children of the Himalayas. So we work specifically in Nepal.
Okay, you have 5 core issues. What are those?
Yeah, our 5 core issues are focused on just tangible needs that we see amongst the children in the Himalayas. And those 5 core issues are health, child trafficking, education, child labor, and the environment.
Look at that beautiful smile. Gorgeous kids. We're going to just scratch the surface of what Mountain Child is all about. To find out more, go to mountainchild.org. And what are some of your biggest accomplishments of last year? You did a lot.
Yeah, a lot happened last year, especially as we're rebuilding from the 2015 earthquakes that devastated the country. But I think there's a variety of different programs and projects, but I think specifically 2 of them really kind of stand out. One is a early childhood learning center that we built in a village that's actually 7 days hike from the nearest road, and it's located about 12,500 feet. And this early childhood learning center serves about 60 kids from the ages of 3 to 5 and provides them an opportunity to prepare for school if they go on to primary school. And then we had a health post that we built in the village of Gop, which there's about 9,000 people in that area, and previously it would be several days hike to get to a health post and get any basic health care. And since opening that up in April of last year, we've served over 1,700 individuals and even had 10 births there. So,
wow,
yeah,
good things.
Yeah.
Now, what's your goal for this year?
Yeah, so we're continuing a lot of the rebuilding efforts because it's slow and we're working in areas that are very remote, so it takes a little bit of time to build these things. But one of our big initiatives this year is we're building a school in the village of Gop that was completely destroyed during the earthquakes, and then we are focusing in on more clean water initiatives, continuing to fight issues of like child trafficking, and so there's a lot of goals that we have.
You know, talking about child trafficking, I'm looking at this statistic: 15 to 20,000 children are victims every single year in Nepal, and January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month. So talk about what Mountain Child does to help this difficult issue that we're facing.
Yeah, it's truly a travesty and an injustice that's still occurring today. So in Nepal, we focus in on prevention and awareness and then recovery. So some of our programs and projects are, we have like a therapeutic art therapy program that helps victims and survivors who have come out of the brothels of Nepal to begin that recovery process, because it's a long process, it's a hard process. We focus on prevention efforts like clean water, like building schools. All of those actually combat the issue of child trafficking. And then, you know, there's just a multitude of different things that we can do, but one of the things that we really find beneficial is we collaborate with other organizations. So we work with about 40 other organizations that are all focused in on child trafficking, and some of them do have safe houses that help children that come out of the brothels. Others are providing social enterprises that help keep women and those who are at high risk of going in out of the brothels.
So Josh, how can we help locally?
Yeah, there's a lot that can be done. There's always the opportunity to donate. You can get involved through volunteering. There's supplies that are always necessary for the things that we're doing. And then you can just be a voice, be an advocate.
Right. Right. Look at these beautiful pictures. Now, I understand you have the Mountain Child Run for Hope. When is it?
Yeah, it's on Saturday, June 3rd.
Okay.
It's going to be in Centennial, right along Cherry Creek. This is the 3rd time that we have done this, and we're excited to host the race again. It's just a great event to be able to raise awareness, get people involved, to learn more about the children in the Himalayas.
How do we register?
Yeah, so you can go online. Mountainchild.org is a great place to start. We have a whole registration page. We also have an event page up on Facebook. So there's different avenues that you can use to register.
What's the biggest need in Nepal right now?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, there's a continuing rebuilding effort. Even though the earthquake happened a little bit over a year and a half ago, the aftermath of that earthquake and the humanitarian crisis caused by the blockade with India really have prolonged the rebuilding efforts. And so we're continuing to focus in on community development and building infrastructure. And so a great need right now is the rebuilding and the resources needed to do that.
Well, we're going to help you out. Thank you for giving us a sneak peek on the show today.
Yeah.
The Mountain Child Run for Hope is Saturday, June 3rd. You can register online starting today. Please visit raceroster.com and search for the Mountain Child Run for Hope. And more information on how you can volunteer or make a donation is also online at this web address. That's mountainchild.org, mountainchild.org.